Yo, what up guys? Welcome to Game Over Entertainment, and today on The Walking Dead Wednesdays, I asked you guys last week what video did you want me to make. I set up a little poll and here are the results. And today, Dr. Carlos is not a real doctor. Theory. Alright, now it's probably bad luck for me to be talking about a dead man, but there's some things about Dr. Carlos that I think are highly questionable of his integrity of a medical doctor. Alright, a doctor of medicine. Now, he may be a doctor of something else. Alright. So some things that come up that are highly suspicious that I want to mention. First, when we first meet, and Clementine was wounded by that dog bite, and we're heavy waiting for anticipation for this doctor to come up and relieve us of, exonerate us of all crimes, remove all these people's doubts. This is not a walker's bite, this is a dog bite. And at that moment when we probably need his help the most is when he fails us. And my first reaction to this was, I was pretty surprised the first time I saw this.
Why are we even arguing about this?
Let me take a look.
Thank you. That's professional. Look at me.
Whatever it was, it got you good.
Doctor, what kind of doctor are you?
So, what do you think? Was it a lurker?
A bite like that could be anything. Only one way to find out.
Well, this dude's retarded.
We wait.
What?
So looking at these pictures right here, you can see that a human teeth are very different from a canine's teeth. So you would think someone would be able to tell the difference between those two type of bite wounds. But I do admit there was a struggle. So when the dog bit down and kind of, moved around, his teeth grinded over my arm, creating a scar-like appearance. But even with that case, a walker's bite and then what the dog was trying to do is completely different. The dog, he was trying to kill me. So he was trying to bite down, wound me. So I can't use the arm, and then if you don't react fast enough, he'll go straight for the neck. So he was trying to kill me, not trying to eat me. A walker is trying to bite and take a piece away. So in that struggle, there is no way that no probably piece of flesh would not be pulled away from that. The walker probably would have bit down and he would have pulled something back away with it too. So I think there would be some kind of loss of flesh. Then you have the fact that Dr. Carlos went out of his way to recommend the shed for Clementine, to put Clementine in the shed. Now that does a couple things, all right? It puts Clementine out of the view of the people in the cabin. Out of sight, out of mind. If Clementine was standing right in the living room, bleeding out, then they would have no choice but to help her. But Dr. Carlos recommended the shed to get her out the way, and maybe attacked it to divert any kind of treating her for medical attention. Now, I mean, the man had a first aid kit. Does that make him a real doctor? Being a father himself, I would think he would sympathize most with a little girl being hurt. Putting Clementine in the shoes of his possible daughter. What if she was bitten and someone treated your daughter like this? All right, you probably wouldn't be too happy. And when he does actually look at the arm, he doesn't actually apply any medical attention. He just says it looks okay. It would have been a fever by now. Wait, hold on, it's the middle of the night. So you mean you was gonna keep me out all the way out to the morning when you could just kept me out in the shed for a couple hours, dude? So I don't know. If he's not a doctor, he is just not a nice person. I will say that. All right. Some other evidence that Dr. Carlos is just not a smart guy. Doctors go to school for years, at least 7 years in the minimum. So you would think they have some kind of intelligence. Maybe common sense is lacking in Carlos' department, man. Because when we get to the point when they're trying to deactivate the windmill, everybody's looking pretty dumb about how to do this. I mean, it's just a key and you put it in the slot. He also, Carlos also spit in Carver's face right toward the end there. And, I was just thinking like, what are you doing? You don't spit on a man with a gun in his hand. Are you really banking on the fact that he believes you're a doctor so you're not going to get hurt? That you're kind of immune to any kind of Carver treatment? But to the contrary, he broke all the man's fingers in return. So he doesn't make the smartest moves here. And in episode 3, when he's riding in back of the the truck, about to go to Carver's.
Help! I'm sure Walter really appreciated your help.
Like you helped Alvin.
That's not fair! You're blaming him for the actions of a madman.
I am pointing out that regardless of intent, there are consequences to rash actions. Something that he seems to be misreading as capitulation.
Now, be honest. Have you ever heard that word before? I know I don't have the biggest vocabulary in the world, but sometimes using big words like this is a way to overcompensate for the lack of knowledge that you really do know. Alright, as a way to trick people into thinking that you are smart because you're using big words.
I don't know what the fuck you're saying, but I know it's bullshit. We have to do something.
Kenny!
You can't reason with us.
And the final thing that really made me question Dr. Carlos' integrity is when he takes a look at Kenny. After Carver has beaten him down with a walkie-talkie, knocked the man unconscious, Carlos takes a look. And then Kenny rises up about 5 seconds later. Carlos, what are you talking about, okay? What kind of doctor are you? That's 2 times you've been wrong big time. First with the bite mark and now with Kenny. The dude said Kenny may have brain damage. He may never be the same again. Kenny wakes up 5 seconds later. Come on, man. Is it because he lacks proper medical instruments? He doesn't have the proper equipment to make these type of assessments? Or is he just a complete asshole and just doesn't like Kenny at all and just wants us to abandon him in his time of need? You know, Carlos and Kenny didn't really get along, so him abandoning Kenny right there, trying to leave him while we escape, is another tactic. He could have known that, you know, if I say these certain things to these people and he remains asleep, we can leave this guy here and we can escape. Maybe. That would make him pretty evil, though, to do something like that, leave a man behind like that.
Damn it, if y'all are serious about going tonight, then we're gonna have to start talking about maybe leaving some folks behind.
No!
There is no other way.
This is bullshit.
We are not leaving him.
No, we're not leaving Kenny.
Good. 'Cause you won't have to.
Is this all a facade? Is this something, a disguise Carlos has built for himself to keep himself alive? People like to protect assets, keep the people alive who they think are going to be useful or important to the group. Another character in The Walking Dead show did something very similar to this, using big words, pretending to be someone who he is not, so people will keep him alive, protect him at all costs, make sure him and his family are fed. It's actually a pretty good move, but when people actually find out what you're really onto, it's when shit hit the fan. And that completes my theory of why Dr. Carlos was not a real doctor. Alright, so yes, I know this is I'm just having a little fun here, guys. Dr. Carlos most likely was a true physician, okay? It probably would have been revealed sometime upon his death or shortly afterwards if he was not. So you know, I'm just having a little fun with The Walking Dead, you know, kind of like a what if theory right here. You know, what if he was like fooling us all? And here's your evidence right here. And if you guys want to help me choose my video for next week, make sure you cast your vote. The link is in the description below. And I am out of here. Thumbs up is always appreciated. Thank you guys for watching.